Check this out, guys. Grindking King Pins. These things are pretty cool, man. They're really pretty cool. They add a lot of clearance. I wanted to show you guys something though. Take a look at the clearance. If you look at this broom handle and see where that handle goes across from where that nut is, there's barely any room left. Not to mention, I took the washers off standard, replaced it with bones. It shortened the height up some, but that's still all I got. And that's the front right there. And it's like just about touching, and that's what the washer's gone. I have no clue what Indy was thinking when they designed these trucks, but they weren't thinking. So I'm thinking that the Grindking King Pins is a solution here. But I want to show you what it takes me to replace the stock kink pins out of these things. It's not that easy. So anyway, I'm going to take these trucks off this Lucero board right here, and I'll get to it. I also got my Gullwings. Remember the problem I was having with these super rad Gullwing trucks? I had to shorten the kingpin. I even had to shorten the bushings. I'm going to try replacing this with the Grindking Kingpin 2 and see if that fixes this geometry and gives me a lot more clearance. I might try to do this truck first since it's already not on a skateboard. That little well area where that kingpin fits in is a lot larger than it is on the Indies. I'm not sure what the bottom of these 215s looks like, but on the regular Indy 169 hollows, it's a really small cavity. And what I used was some JB weld, and what I did was I put the kingpin in, I put the nut on, I tightened it hand tight as I could get it, and then I packed that recess full of JB weld and let it set up overnight. You have got to let that set up overnight before you turn it. If you try to jump the gun, it's not going to hold. I did test on my red Indies today. I took the kingpin completely out. I replaced my medium bones bushings with my hard bones bushings, and I was able to seat that kingpin back into that nut and tighten it tighter than I had it before. So I know it works. The JB weld works. I really like this truck, and honestly, if I can get a Grindking Kingpin in there, I think I'm going to like it more. I do not have a cat. I'm just using the container, guys. I'm not a cat person. It's okay. So let's do this first. And you know what? I don't want to use this Lucero as a workbench because that's a sick graphic. Put it right here. Let's try it on one of these puppies first and see how it works. I have enough sets of kingpins right here. I bought 3 sets. Let's find some cardboard. Let's get into this. I'm going to set this camera down here a little lower so you can see what I'm doing. Let's just do it on a piece of wood. I don't need cardboard. That'll be plenty backing for what I'm doing. So this is basically how I did it, guys. Put it down there and hit it. One shot, or the spline on the nut just popped right through. Now that it's like that, bingo. I'll tell you what, my Indies did not come off that easy. Let's see if this one pops out just as easy with that big hammer. Damn, dude. That's money. Boy, that came out really nice. So then, I did get the big hammer, and I did hit it pretty hard the first run, but that was beautiful. So then what happens is now your kingpin goes in. Do we find a little problem here? So the deal with this Grindking is you don't have to use a washer. Top of the nut, the top of the bolt is a washer. So you basically save yourself the space from that. If you're using bones bushings, you don't need to use a bottom washer at all. But you know what? I'm not feeling good about that. So some people on my videos said that these puppies would screw right in. I don't see that, so I'm gonna try just drilling it out. I can already tell you that's dangerous, so let's put it down here. See what we got now. Boom! See what we got. Boom! Piece of cake. Feeling better about this puppy already now. I'm not sure which bushings I got here. You know, I cut and adapt so many bushings. I'm trying to find some black ones that I haven't messed with, and I think I found some. I'm not sure what the durometer is. They feel pretty hard. So I'm going to use these. Let's see. The truck. The top bushing. There's literally no need for a top washer. And you know what? That's a really cool looking bolt. Take a look at that right there. Let me get really close in on that. It says Creeper. Creeper, and it's got a bat with a skull for a head. A human skull. So, okay, let's put the top, we got the top bushing in. Put the bolt through.
Daddy, did you know those were done?
Yeah. Look at the clearance, guys. Have to see what that ends up like. Okay, so I could, let's just see. Let's put, where's the nut that came with it? Right there. Well, look at that. Look at that. It looks like the angle of this recess will hold that nut. Oh my God, is that real? If that's real, that's a bonus. That's a win for Gullwing. Let's find out. Seriously, guys, if that's the deal here, I'm pumped on this. Okay, it's threading. Look at that. Look at that right there. I'm able to tighten it down. No need for JB Weld. That is a win, man. That is a win. I am psyched on that. Dude, that's a win. Bam! What the heck? Isn't that dope looking? I mean, dude, I'm not a hater on Gullwings. I still like them. I wish they had the same truck in like a 925 or a 9.5. That would be rad. A 9.5 would be rad. Hell, a 10 would be rad. I'd put a 10 Gullwing on this puppy and be solidly stoked. Alright, dude, that's a win for Gullwing. I'm going to have to rig up one of my 8.88 setups again for these Gullwings, because man, I love the way Gullwings ride, especially when I was riding a little tighter. Oh man, that just looks money. I'm digging that. I'm really digging that. I got to get them on a board to see. I need to go get a board to put this on. That's incredible, right? These are brand new bushings. They're not tightened down that tight at all. And look at that. Look at the clearance I have. I mean, I've had to cut these Gullwing king pins down like 2 different times. I took a 1/4 inch of kingpin off. I had to shave down these bushings to almost nothing. I had to shave down both sides of the bushings. It's just crazy to me that you pop the Grind Kings in, they work so well on the Gullwings, and I mean, it's like, I got a solid 1/4 inch. And I bet you anything, once I ride these, I'm going to find out I need to tighten them even more. Gullwing, win. Indy did not think about the recess. Look at that. How easy that would have been. Duh. Alright. Whatever, dude. I pick on Indy a lot, don't I? But you know what? To have that kind of clearance, it's so lame. By changing these Grindking King Pins out, dude, I could skate this board tomorrow. Look at this nut right here. It's just from going over curbs and stuff, over little gutters and driveways, and it's ground down like that. It hasn't even been like grinded on anything legit. All right, let's see how the Indy pops out. Got it. It's definitely better with a bigger hammer. Alright, now watch this. On my other Indies, the kingpin slid right in. I didn't have to bore anything out at all. So let's see how this one goes. Should just be a fit. Perfect. So hey, that's cool. That's cool. But you know, the recessed fit, nothing beats that, because on these trucks I'm gonna have to pack it full of JB weld. And not only that, I was just thinking, it's flipping round. It's round. How's it gonna hold it all, man? That might not want to hold it all. I don't know. Let's see what it looks like. Let's just pretend everything's gonna work. Let's see. I just don't know how that's gonna work at all. Of course not, right? They wouldn't have designed it so rad. Dude, Indy, you see the difference? This sucks. Aggravating. Okay guys, here's what I'm able to do. So I'm wedging these needle nose in along the side, and I'm just squeezing them together, grabbing the side of the bolt, right, or the nut, so that the one angled part of the nut's here, and these are here, and I'm pinching it, and I'm kind of like holding the corner of that bolt. At the same time, I'm turning this Allen key, and it seems to be allowing me to do it. So if I turn it now, here's the problem. Some of you guys don't know what I'm talking about. See how the bolt just spins? There's nothing in there to hold that. I don't see how JB weld would help at all. Now the only other thing that I could probably do would be to take this kingpin and nut out and get like a disc on my lathe and like cut a recess, a line that goes both ways, right? Like cut into this base plate some, and then get the JB weld to somehow flow into there and lock into like a recess. Like if I starred this out or something, or even just put a couple of little corners on it, then it would probably hold the bolt. You know, I don't want to have to do that, but I feel like honestly at this point that I'm at right now, that it's stupid for me not just to take it off, get on my lathe, make an adaptation to this, so that once I put it back on the board, I don't have to constantly take it off to adjust my trucks. Imagine being at the skate park and needing a couple extra turns and, well, I wonder if I have my needle nose handy, and, you know, I don't know if that will even allow me to keep adjusting it in the first place. It might not. I mean, even to take it off, you'd have to take the whole truck off your skateboard. You'd have to get it in here, hold the bolt, do what I'm doing to try to even twist it. Alright, let's take these in and try to do something different. So, my thinking is to use a disc like this and just cut into this here. I feel like this is gonna hold. It's cutting through this aluminum alloy really nicely. Not as hard as you might think. I'm trying to get enough little fingers to splay out so that when that nut has got the pressure and I'm trying to turn it and pull that bushing tight, that these little fingers will hold that nut still so I can just bust it through. Somehow I think that's gonna work. So I started brainstorming on these things and I thought, might be the best to screw this in like you anticipate it fitting, right? Like, so that the end of the bolt comes through the nut enough that when you back this thing out to put it back together, so that there's a little bit of a recess left in the JB weld to allow you to get the kingpin tightened up into the base plate a little more. And you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, honestly, that might be a little risky. I may not be able to do that because more than anything, I want this to hold. So I think with the way I designed these fins, these grooves, I think I'm like taking away some of my strength if I do it that way. So I'm just gonna take that out, get it just about flush. And now I'm gonna pack that straight up with JB weld. Hey guys, sorry I didn't get to record the rest of the video where I used the JB weld. JB weld, if you're not sure of what that product is, it's sort of like two different, sort of a creamy compound. You mix equal parts together, you stir it up, one's white, one's black, you mix it up till they turn gray, you pack it in like with a butter knife or something, pack it flush all the way to the base plate, and then let it sit up. Let it sit up 12 hours overnight. It says like 6 hours or something like that, but let it sit up overnight. It's going to be under a lot of torque and you want those bolts to be held tightly. I included some video right here at the end of what happened to me at the end of that day. I was working on a metal casting project on a skateboard related product I had in mind, and I had an accident. I had molten aluminum blow up in my face when my mold exploded. So you can check out that aftermath right here. What up, guys? I had a serious miracle right now. I was trying to heat up this crucible, right? And I had it in there, some bricks, was taking forever, was using map gas. I finally got it liquefied. I used this drill bit here to pull that slag off the top. And I brought it over here with my tongs. And as I started to pour it in this, I was sweating so bad. I couldn't wear the glasses, the protection, the face protection I had on, because there was just sweat everywhere. So I had them on top of my head, and as I poured this in, I was like this with my hand, and I was pouring it this way, and I was like this far away. And it went into this reservoir right here, and it started to ball up, about like the size of a golf ball, and then boom, it popped. And when it popped, it hit me all over my face. I pulled a lot of the aluminum fragments off my shirt, but I got pieces of aluminum all over my shirt, burn holes in my shirt. I threw this over here. I kind of started freaking out about that. When it exploded, look, it exploded over here. I mean, from here, I carried it this way, I poured it in there. I didn't spill anything. I stayed composed until I finally set it down over here. I was like, oh crap, I'm in trouble. And it blew up over here. Check this out. Look at this. I mean, that's 8 feet plus away. More aluminum over here. Here. Still again, I mean 10 feet away. 10 feet away. Here, got it on my truck. I'm not sure what happened here. Amazing to me that it didn't melt through this plastic. I don't know what the heck that stuff's made out of. Some super, I wonder if that's still hot. Not that hot anymore. Bet that crucible's hot. Dang. Wow. Gnarly. That was gnarly, dude. That did not go well at all. Let's just set this down here. So anyway, it's a complete miracle. I went and I put some burn cream on my face. My face is burning all around both eyes. It's like it was in slow motion. It's almost like my eyes like feeling a little pussy. I don't feel any pain inside my eyeball, but my face is definitely burning around my nose, around my eyes, down to here. Dude, that was stupid. That was stupid. Don't try anything like this unless you fully know what you're doing, and don't try to bootleg it. I was thinking I could save money. I could see what this process was like, thinking it might be fun to try to make some things, and I'm sure it is. But you know, you can't spare the expense of doing something the right way, and for that, I feel really stupid. I feel really lucky. I'm really hoping my eye's okay. I don't really feel anything going on with my left eye, but my right eye almost feels a little pussy inside or something, so I'm gonna go in and chill now and be thankful. It could have been way worse. Way worse. That's molten metal, yo. I'm sure there's lots of accidents. I should have watched some YouTube videos on all the accidents caused from this stuff. I bet you there's metal on the top of my truck. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Burned the top of the shell pretty good. Dang. Alright guys, anyway, cue the music. I'm out. Let's go see how I feel in a little while.